What is up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia and welcome to another week of Tester Tuesday. If you're new to my channel, Tester Tuesday is a way for me to get out Scentsy reviews to you each week, and everyone votes at the end of the video on what's coming up. Now this week we are delving into the Bring Back My Bar scents that I have not warmed yet on Tester Tuesday. Altogether there's 11 in this series. There are another 14 videos already out there, so I will link those in the pinned comment below. So let's get started. Alright, let's talk about our first place scent for the week. It is Surfer Chick. This one had 29% of the vote. It's this bright pink colored wax. It's about a medium light on cold sniff intensity, and I would put this in the fruity category. Let's read the scent description. Scentsy says, bubbly lemon tonic and guava frolic with sweet cherries and blackberries in this youthful scent. It is a youthful scent. It's girly, it's fun and fruity and light. It's not a heavy fruit, it's a light, airy fruity. And I think what's happening is that lemon tonic is really coming in there. It's brightening it up. I don't know if I get a lot of guava because I did have trouble smelling this one. But I would say the times I could smell it well, it reminded me of a valley girl wearing a very fruity body mist, and she's drinking a lemon tonic. So she just had a busy day surfing. She's nice and clean and she's tanned. Anyway, let's talk about performance, since I let you know that I did have trouble smelling this one. So I put 4 cubes in my bathroom-bedroom combination area here, 2 in each of 2 full-size warmers. Strength and throw was about 5 out of 10 at its max. Most times throughout the 2 days that I attempted to warm it, I would say it was between 3 and 4 out of 10. And I would say at the end of the second day, it was probably like 2 out of 10, so I removed it. Yeah, I struggled smelling this. I had to look for it most of the time, unfortunately. Now, I decide, well, I'm going to warm it on a different day, different area. I always say, if you have trouble smelling something, pick a different day and pick a different area and try it again. So I decided to warm 2 cubes in the kids' bathroom, which is the smallest area that I would warm in. I would say it was about a 5 out of 10 at its max, and that was in the first few hours that I started warming it. Then, in general, it was just really hard for me to pick it up. The rest of the time, I think I smelled it maybe a couple of times, and I remember on day 2 I had taken Ryan to a birthday party. I came back and I got a really good whiff of it, and the whiffs that I did get I really loved. It's very airy and it's not heavy at all. It's light, but unfortunately for me it's just too light. So it does remind me of those style of scents such as Lucky in Love or It's Love, those fruity, fun, frolicky kind of scents. It reminds me of those. So if you like those kind of scents, maybe entertain picking this one up. I would say definitely spring, summer. Put it in a small to medium space at max. You might have to use extra cubes if you're like me. And I think this would be really good in a body care line, so maybe Scentsy should consider that. Probably not a repurchase just due to performance, but I did enjoy it, the scent of it. So that is Surfer Chick. All right, let's talk about our second place scent for the week. It is Sandalwood and Cranberries. This one had 22% of the vote. It's this burgundy colored wax. It's about a medium intensity on cold sniff, and I would put this in the fruity/woods category. So let's read the scent description. Scentsy says, exotic sandalwood, sweet cranberries, and spice. So for me, this is a majority cranberry scent, and the cranberry is kind of like a mid-level, kind of like a neutral, basic, almost like an old school, old-fashioned style Scentsy cranberry. I don't think they would come out with this now. So I have notes here. It's sweet. It's almost candied or dried or even like an artificial chutney. It's leaning a little bit waxy in its presentation. Some people say it smells like cough syrup. To me, as I warmed it, it really reminded me of a mulberry. So kind of that tone. It's not very like woodsy or evergreen, and it's not the body care. It's in the middle. Now, as it warms, I did get a touch of some other things. I got a touch of what I think is the sandalwood, and it comes across to me as incense. So this kind of reminded me of like being at church a little bit with a, almost like cranberries sitting on a big, block of a wooden trunk. Church. It reminded me of church. It leaned a little bit spice berries to me, so if you like that scent, maybe give this one a try. Let's talk about performance. I warmed this in 2 spots. I warmed it in the kids' bathroom. I left it for about 2.5 days. At its most, it was 7 out of 10. It just kind of slowly declined. It wasn't very strong and then very light. It just kind of slowly declined. I also tried it in the boys' bedroom. I have a note. It's between 7.5 and 8. in the room for 3 cubes divided between 2 warmers. it was a bit of a slow builder there. And now we are at the start of day 3, and it's about 4 or 5 out of 10. I can still smell it. So I'll probably leave it in until I get home from work, and then I will remove it. So this would be more of a fall scent, even a late fall scent. So just keep that in mind. I would stick to medium spaces. I don't think it would be strong enough for an open layout. You could try it if you want, but I would say medium spaces. So not a repurchase for me, but I did enjoy it. It was fine scent. It just wasn't a standout. So that is Sandalwood and Cranberries. All right, let's talk about our third scent for the week. It is Reggae Sunset. This one had 18% of the vote. It's this orange colored wax. And I would say it was between medium and medium plus on cold sniff, and I would put this in the citrus category with a subcategory of spice. So let's read the scent description. Scentsy says, juicy mandarin and orange blossoms with hints of lime and a spicy finish. I find the majority of this scent is like a bright, juicy mandarin, probably 75%. And then there's the other stuff. And the other stuff, maybe there's lime. Some people find this smells a little bit cleaner. I do not find that, so maybe I'm not really getting the lime. Orange blossoms, I don't really think I'm picking up anything like that. I definitely get a little bit of spice. It's like a gentle spice potpourri medley. And this reminds me of a scent that if someone said, like maybe Ryan said, Mom, I want oodles of orange. And I said, I want mandarin moon. And we couldn't come up with a compromise, then this would be a good compromise because it's got nods to both those scents. It's kind of bright and energetic like oodles of orange, but it's got that depth of the mandarin and the spice of mandarin moon. And if you put those two together, maybe you'd get something like this. So in saying that, mandarin moon is a fall scent, and I would say oodles of orange is a summer scent. So I would say this is a summer going into fall scent. It's very similar to other scents that we've seen, such as, spiced orange harvest, autumn sunrise, rise in the sunshine, even like I said, mandarin moon. Probably the closest to mandarin moon for me. All right, so let's talk about performance. I put it in 2 spots. I put it in the boys' room and Erica's room. So in the boys' room, strength and throw for 3 cubes amongst 2 warmers was between 6 and 7 out of 10. Ryan came home from school a couple hours after I put it in and told me it smelled like an orange creamsicle in there. Now around hour 9, I have a note that it was really starting to remind me of mandarin moon. I left it going 2 days there. In Erica's room, strength and throw was a little stronger. I would say 8 out of 10. It died off after a few hours from that 8 out of 10, and it stayed around a 5 out of 10. I left it going for a day and a half. At the day and a half mark, I went in. I really couldn't smell it in the mini warmer. I could smell it a tiny bit when I leaned over the full-size warmer, but the room didn't smell like it, so I removed it. So like I said, a transitional late summer into fall scent, I think. Medium spaces would be best. And I think if you're someone that's missing mandarin moon and you are okay with a slightly lower performing, less spicy version, then maybe pick up Reggae Sunset. Like my viewer Doug said, it's a summertime version. So I liked it, probably not a repurchase, but I did enjoy it. So that's Reggae Sunset. All right, let's move to the portion of the video. I'm going to present to you 6 scents and you are going to vote. Please pick 2 different scents by early Wednesday morning and put your votes down in the YouTube comment section. If you can't vote on YouTube, find my Instagram post. It's Patricia Gates and put your 2 votes there. So we're going to present 5 remaining Bring Back My bars that I haven't reviewed and that weren't in last week's voting options, and we're going to add another wild card. So scent number 1 is Coconut Citrus Parfait. Scent number 2 is Coconut Daiquiri, or daiquiri, as my husband once said. Scent number 3 is Happy Go Lucky. Scent number 4 is Juicy Peach. Scent number 5 is Buzzworthy. And scent number 6 is upcoming scent of the month for July, Provence Lavender. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. If you're new, hit the subscribe and the bell. You'll be notified when I post videos, and that way you can vote on time. Don't forget to vote. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.